welcome to this week's training vlog. So it's the week following Telford 10k where I just ran my PB. So what kind of things we'll be doing in a week after a 10k race. So you've got coming up in this video, we've got clips from Wakefield, going past Wakey wines from TikTok fame. We've got a clip from Conkers parkrun at the weekend and a clip from Carsington Reservoir where we did the long run on Sunday. So see you in the clips on the video.
Good evening, it is Thursday night now. Bit of a busy road I'm running down, but I'm away in Wakefield, so I'm meeting up with the team at work. Going into the office tomorrow. I just found a route that runs from the hotel into town, so just going down that route now. Little easy run. Telford is just about out my legs now. I'm looking forward to getting back into a bit of training this week, so catch you in a bit. Quick question for you. So where's the best shop in Wakey? It's Wakey Wines, of course.
For the roundup of this week's training. So starting on Monday, this was a recovery day after Telford 10k. So what I did was I went for an easy 40-minute swim at lunchtime. So I'd not really swum since probably just after I got back from Spain in September, but swimming is part of what I've been doing up until I was about 16. I used to do quite a lot of swimming, and it is a great way of recovering while still giving yourself a bit of like an aerobic workout at the same time. So I did an easy 40-minute swim at lunchtime on Monday. Thought that really helped for the recovery, more so than a 10k recovery run would have done on Monday. So that wraps up Monday. On Tuesday, I travelled to Kings Lynn on the Monday evening with work. So what I did was a 6-mile run on Tuesday night around the Walks Park, which has been in some of my previous videos when I've been in Kings Lynn the past month or two. What I did was started the run around 8-minute miles and did a 5-mile progression down to just under 7 minutes for pace for my last mile, and then had a 1-mile cool down back to the hotel. So that was Tuesday. It was also bitterly cold on Tuesday night, as it has been all week. Moving on to Wednesday, so again another cold run in the evening. I travelled back from Kings Lynn in the day and I did a 10.5 mile hilly steady run around Burton and Swaddling Coat. Again, it's very cold. I had my buff on, I had woolly hat and 3 layers on the top and the bottom, just to try and keep warm on that run. I then, on Thursday, so I travelled to Wakefield with work, that's where the office is, and did an easy 35-minute run into town. So I ran from the hotel at the junction 40 and then ran into Wakefield there. So I did pass Wakey Wines, which we've got the clip in, which has become that viral TikTok hit in the past sort of couple of months or so, where people will flock from all over to buy a bottle of Prime. Not quite sure why from there, but yeah, past the store. It was good to see that. Then on Friday, so Friday was the run that I did with the steady run with Sam this week. Thanks to Sam for sending the Garmin data, as I had forgotten to press go on my Garmin. Looked at my watch about 9 or 10 miles in and realised it was just showing the time and not my actual run. So thanks for sending that over to Sam. So we had a catch up about Telford, where she had a brilliant race and obviously won the race at Telford. Looking forward to next month. I'm going to do about 10 to 11 days of training in Torrevieja in the south of Spain. We're going for some warm weather training there, and Sam has kindly agreed to be on the channel to show an insight into her training. So we'll maybe look at doing a track session and ask her a few questions on how she's training and a few tips and try and get some advice from her. So I'm looking forward to filming that, and obviously the training out in Spain, it'll soon come round. It's only a month away now. Then moving on to Saturday, so did Conkers parkrun the park run time, but it took us about 30 seconds to get to the start line there. So also a big shout out to Robbie, who ran over at the very competitive Long Eaton parkrun, which is where Sam had set her parkrun record a couple of weeks back, and Robbie finished P2, which is a hell of an effort there, with some really quick runners who often turn up and do around 15-16 minutes at Long Eaton. He finished in a time of 17:48. So he was a 10k king last week, and now he's got bragging rights over me in the 5k as well. So as his coach, I've really got to up my game and pull my finger out in those shorter distances to reel him back in, or he will be winding me up about dropping him at the end of a 10k for the foreseeable. So well done to Robbie. And then that brings us to today on Sunday. So we did 2 loops of Carsington Reservoir with a few of the guys. So Beckett, that's Stuart Beckett runs on his YouTube. He did 1 lap with bike support from Jacob, who's currently nursing an injury in his foot, and hopefully will be back soon to join us over the summer. So they did around about 7-8 miles, 1 lap. Steve ran with myself and Marcin, and that was his first time back over 10 miles. So Steve and Marcin are in the clips from Carsington there, and Marcin also ran Frankfurt Marathon slightly in front of me, as we would have gone off in the same wave if I'd have started on time, but he did run really well at Frankfurt and he finished in a low 250, I think around 252, 253. So it was good to catch up with Marcin and Steve and have a good 15-mile run this morning in quite cold conditions. So the 2 hours that we spent running round Carsington went by a lot quicker than it would have been just plodding around the streets on my own. So that's a wrap of this week's training. Around about 50 miles, I think 49-50 miles for the week, which I'm quite happy with considering the amount of travelling I was doing this week. I decided to not do any sessions and just get some mileage in as and when I could. Reason being is all the driving really probably cramping me up this week, and just wanted to have an easy week after Telford, going into the week before Christmas next week. So what we've got planned next week, I'm having a couple of days doing some trail running, which I quite enjoy doing in the off season. So I'm going to go over to the Brecon Beacons and do a couple of days there, trying to do Penny Fan and possibly the Black Mountains on Monday. So I'm quite looking forward to that, and then getting back to a bit of proper running, road running, which is what I sort of specialise in at the end of the week. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.